Phoenix writes in and says, I have less of a question and more of an observation. Tua looks more confident than ever. I keep seeing interviews of him talking, and every time he opens his mouth, I hear nothing but self-confidence and I don't care what you say about me kind of attitude. And I don't care what you say about me kind of attitude. I think you can even see this attitude when he played week 1. He played like a guy who was super confident and not like one who has been told over and over again the last couple of years how average and bad he is. I wonder how much of this is because of his coach who has shown immense faith in him, or if he's just tired of hearing all the noise and wants to shut everyone up. Either way, I think Tua is primed for a big year, and I'm so excited to see what the Dolphins do this year. One of my favorite things about Tua is Tua likes playing football. Tua doesn't like being a star. I really think that's true. I think Tua is someone who doesn't want to be in the spotlight. He got married and didn't tell anyone. It was literally a secret for a long time. I think Tua, part of what I love about Tua is my favorite quarterback as far as the human being. I love his family. He's from Hawaii. Awesome guy, underdog, people haven't believed in him, does great stuff on the field. But one thing I like about Tua, so I'm a sports commentator. I do a podcast. I've got, hundreds of thousands of people who listen to my show every month. It's kind of overwhelming. I don't want to be a celebrity. I really don't want to be a celebrity. I want to talk about sports. I love making podcasts. I'm a nerd. I love football. But I don't really want to be recognized. I don't really like getting criticism. I don't really like having people talk about me. I know that's an oxymoron because it's important for my job to have people paying attention to me. But I read a book that really helped me, and I probably need to reread because I can already feel the things creeping back, is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. That's not the title of the book. The title of the book has the more in-your-face word. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. I wonder if Tua read that book, straight up. He does come across like a guy who is at peace where he's like, I'm a quarterback. I love playing football. I love throwing the football. I love reading defenses. I don't really like the media. I don't really like being a celebrity. And I'm at peace about that. I think Tua is kind of in that place right now. So I think, yeah, he doesn't care what anyone really thinks about him the way it used to. But let's be clear. Not giving a blank what people think about you doesn't mean you're an a-hole, doesn't mean that you're rude or obnoxious. It means that you're at peace and you like who you are, and other people's opinion of you doesn't change what you know about yourself. It's the same type of confidence that Deion Sanders has. That's why I find Deion so attractive to pay attention to. He's inspiring and motivating for me. As someone who I struggle with criticism and I struggle with people attacking me. I literally put out a video yesterday, finally, I got so sick of people writing me emails and sending me messages on Instagram being like, you're a sellout. I hate that you took sponsorships from this specific sponsor. I'm like, fine. I talked about it on episode 577. Let me just make a clip and put it out for the public to help people understand better why I made that change to the channel, why I started taking a specific sponsor. So I need that. So I need to grow in that area for sure. Tua is killing it, man. Tua does not seem to care. In the healthiest way possible. Yeah, he wants to do a good job. He wants to be good at his job. He wants to care for his teammates, all that stuff. But if you criticize him, he knows who he is. He's got peace about that and isn't bothered. Unbothered is a great way to put that. Took me 5 minutes to get there. And it's undeniable that Tua has the perfect coach for him. It's hard to imagine who Mike McDaniel wouldn't work with. Mike McDaniel is... So while Tua is my favorite person in the NFL, personality off the field, I love Tua as a man. I think he's awesome. Mike McDaniel, I think, is all-time my favorite head coach in the NFL. His communication style, his way of building confidence with his players, the way he talks to them, the way he's got this attitude of, we're all in this together. Mike McDaniel says, instead of talking down to you, I'm going to talk to you on the same level. We got to work together so we can win on Sundays. By the way, Mike McDaniel goes into the office at 3 in the morning. He has a history of he struggled with alcohol abuse in the past. He got fired from the Houston Texans staff, Gary Kubiak. I look up it's 856 or something. There's some crazy number of days that Mike McDaniel wasn't in the NFL. There's a great video if you want to watch on YouTube about Mike McDaniel and his journey getting back to the NFL and how he will never take it for granted again. I find that so relatable and compelling. How can you not love Mike McDaniel and what he's doing in Miami? And one thing Mike McDaniel does is he makes Tua feel confident. And part of your job as a head coach, in my opinion, is to make your players feel confident. I love seeing Tua comfortable and confident in who he is, and part of that has to have come from his head coach, Mike McDaniel, from day one, believing in him, supporting him, in him, being unwavering in that support of him. Mike McDaniel never allowed anyone to believe other than the fact that he believed in Tua. Even when Tua was hurt, even when backups would play, this or that, there was noise everywhere. Mike McDaniel was unwavering in his support of Tua. And if Tua has the year he's on week 1, he had 466 yards, bunch of touchdown passes. If that continues all year, it will be a return on an investment from a head coach, Mike McDaniel, believing in his player, Tua. And how awesome is that? Sometimes all we need is someone to believe in us. Mike McDaniel believed in Tua. And that's part of why that's my favorite quarterback coach tandem in the NFL. I love Mike McDaniel. I root openly for Tua. I love to see them winning and doing well together.